Miss B and I are still making our way down this M&M Road now. This comes off of the railroad, and we'll use this to go back home. Takes that down to the old creek there that we crossed to go home. Well, like I said earlier in the videos, this area all out in here was a span of about 250 acres they've logged out. And over there to the far right, it runs along that line of trees you see over there as the tall tree stand path. Basically, this path and that path converge down here at a point, and then they go down to the creek. But that line of trees over there that you see, that's somebody else's property, so they won't be logging that out. But that's just on the other side of the tall tree stand path. This path right here used to be a whole lot smoother than this, and it was where they've been using it to log on, they routed it out. They did scrape it with the blade on the front of the skidder, which has made it better, because at one time it was so bad a few weeks back through here, you couldn't even ride the horse through here. But anyway, it's probably about one of the widest paths out here too. You can drive a truck down it. You can drive a truck down the tree stand path too. This one right here has always been a logging road, even many years ago, back when this land was logged out originally. This road was cut for that specific purpose, and it's just always remained open, and people. It's an access road, to get from here to back to the railroad, and that kind of thing. But at least some of the paths are staying open, May not, sure don't look as pretty as it did back here at one time, but I don't know, you probably can't make it out on the camera, but straight over there is the tall tree stand, which is right on the side of the tall tree stand path, and that's still standing for now. Almost looked like when I was riding through there last Sunday, it looked like somebody tried to climb that ladder up into it. Probably some of these people back here logging, got curious. Just goofing off, I guess. I don't have a fear of heights, but I don't think I'd want to climb up in that thing. I just don't trust the wood on it. It's old. My friend was telling me that him and some other people many years ago, it's probably been at least 20 years ago, built that thing, and they went out here and they found 4 tall cedar trees, cut them down, skin all the branches off of them. That's what they used for the 4 posts on it, and then they built a platform up at the top of it, and they naturally it was for hunting, but he told me he never actually used it, even though he helped them build it. But when this land was bought by the people that own it now, the man that bought it, he put a piece of plywood up over the ladder to try and deter people from climbing up in it. Because I guess he didn't want anybody getting hurt, and, you know, rightfully so. But like I said, it's over that way though. Would have liked to have ridden over there, but we're running out of daylight, so we'll make our way on back. You're good, girl. Good job, dude. And you know, as you may or may not know, horses have excellent nighttime vision. So you know, they can see their way back home. They know their way back home. And usually with Bee here, she's like being on autopilot. You know, whenever she knows she's homeward bound direction, it's no, you know, it's no problem for her to find her way back. You just kind of sit back and just kind of hold the reins, you know, and as long as she don't get spooked by anything, she's straight as an arrow going back home. That's what you want, you know, in a horse. You know, you want to be able to trust them and them trust you, but you never can you never can be too relaxed when riding, because you know, you just never know when something's going to spook them. You know, they see things that we don't see, you know, and their vision is so much sharper, and they hear so much sharper than we do. So you really don't ever know what spooks them and causes them to get nervous, but you have to be ready for that kind of thing. Otherwise, you can fall off or get hurt, you know. And, you know, a lot of inexperienced riders, you know, that's what happens. Even experienced riders still have to be on their toes, you know, and not let their guard down, so to speak, when riding or working around horses. And anyway, the tall tree stand path getting ready to merge right in with this M&M Road here that we're on. And we'll follow it around down, and we'll go down to the creek where we started from in part one of the videos. And yeah, it's been a pretty good ride. Bee's done good. That's good. I don't know how easy this is going to be to see on online, but I'm trying to, you know, make a conclusion, you know, to our trip. You know, just unfortunately, it gets dark so early this time of year, and as I said earlier, when you're on horseback, you can't make up time, you know, like you can when you're riding a four-wheeler. You know, you can speed up and you can get back home, you know, real fast if you need to. You know, horses, you have to, you know, it's kind of one of those things where you have to, you just can't run them all the time, you know. And since we're heading back home, as I said earlier, you know, you need to definitely not run them back home, because once they get that in their head one time, they think that every time they get ready to go home that they need to take off running, and that's just a bad habit to let them get into. So well, I hope you enjoyed the videos, and stay tuned next time. Thanks for watching.